What if the right question could make her think about you for days? In this video, we reveal 10 strategic questions that tap into her emotions, challenging her composure and drawing her closer, ready to unlock the secrets of attraction. These questions will change the way you connect forever. Consider this. There are 10 questions that can evoke desire, confusion, and even obsession in a woman's mind. These are not affirmations. They are genuine acknowledgements, and they are certainly not mere lines borrowed from online sources. They serve as instruments, inquiries crafted with purpose, aimed to penetrate her emotional defenses and sow a thought that will take root in her mind, impossible to dislodge. While many focus on their own narratives, you will guide her to share her deepest thoughts. Machiavelli grasped this concept more profoundly than anyone else. True strength is not found in your own words, but in the ability to draw out the truths of others. A woman forms a deeper emotional bond with the man who encourages her to express herself, rather than the one who seeks to dazzle her with superficial charm. These 10 questions may appear innocuous, yet they hold a profound significance beneath the surface. They stir longing, enigma, and paradox, fulfilling all that her inner self requires to begin idealizing you. This video is not intended for those seeking superficial solutions. It is meant for those who plan with purpose, for those who recognize that true allure lies not in words, but in the emotions you evoke in her presence. Emotion is the arena where reason loses its grip and yearning seizes the reins. Pay attention, for when you employ these questions with the appropriate demeanor at the precise moment, and with silence as your companion, you will achieve what countless individuals strive for and often miss each day. This understanding is not derived from contemporary dating tips or scripted phrases. It arises from the understanding of power dynamics, from the subtle interplay of influence, desire, and emotional control. If you seek to delve into this type of content and wish to grasp the complexities of the female mind through a more profound, strategic, and realistic lens, then take a moment to like and subscribe. Now, what you are about to discover is beyond the reach of ordinary teachings. Here are 10 questions that can provoke a woman's thoughts based on strategic reasoning, potentially leading her to consider you even when other choices are available. Let us commence. Many individuals struggle with the art of attraction due to a lack of understanding about the right questions to pose. They pose mundane, expected, and cautious inquiries. And caution never ignites passion. But you are not here to be ordinary. You are here to become the unexpected emotional catalyst she never anticipated. To achieve that, you must craft questions that will linger in her memory forever. Pay attention, as I am about to disclose the 10 questions that can captivate a woman's interest when employed with strategic finesse. Let us commence at this moment. Direct inquiry. 1. What type of man lingers in your thoughts despite not being beneficial for your well-being? This is not merely a question. It is a direct challenge to her emotional depths, because you are not inquiring about her ideal type. You are urging her to confront her most profound attachment, the image of the man who impacted her life, not for his compassion, but for the turmoil he instigated within her. Contemplate this. Many women have encountered a man who was not beneficial for them, yet he remains a figure in their memories. A man who ignited her spirit, stirred her longing, and left her in a state of perplexity. A tempest of feelings that, while chaotic, stirred aspects of her being that no well-meaning individual could ever touch. By posing this question, you compel her to revisit that memory. You are revealing her hidden depths, her inner conflict, her yearning for what is not allowed. Ultimately, the responsibility lies with you. With a composed tone, an unwavering gaze, and a purpose that exudes maturity rather than dependence. Are you aware of the outcome that follows? In her response, she not only revisits the memory of the man who remains etched in her mind, but she also channels that profound emotional intensity toward you. It was you who took the initiative to open that door. You were the one who confronted a subject that many shy away from. You encouraged her to express not her expectations, but the lingering pain and unacknowledged desires that remain within her. Such inquiries transcend mere logic. Responses arise from recollections, from the physical self, from feelings. When a woman speaks from that place, her words carry the weight of her experience. She connects you to a profound intensity, imbued with emotional weight. That is true strength. That is power. There are principles to uphold, and adherence to them is essential if you wish to maintain the integrity of the situation. Refrain from laughter or judgment if she speaks of a fool. Even if she claims he was toxic, refrain from correcting her. Simply listen. Affirm softly with expressions such as, "That speaks volumes about your character. I appreciate what you are sharing." That allows her the freedom to continue expressing herself. Refrain from interrupting. Even in her silence, allow her the space to reflect. Silence deepens the feeling. Refrain from sharing your personal narrative. Now is not the moment to engage in a contest with your own story. Allow her to grow in her emotional depth. Simply take note. Maintain a serene expression. Maintain your energy with calmness and control. Allow her to perceive your presence as a source of depth rather than a sign of neediness. Consider the appropriate moments to pose this question. Not within the initial 3 minutes of dialogue. However, it is not necessary to have known her for an entire month. Employ it in situations where a sense of ease has been established, fostering a relaxed exchange, a measured pace, a softly illuminated seat, a gentle exchange of words. Refrain from inquiring about it through text. Its impact diminishes. This journey transcends mere information. It delves into the realm of sensation. When you pose the question, maintain a steady gaze, assertive yet composed, and then embrace silence. Upon her conclusion, refrain from providing counsel. I believe I have gained a deeper understanding of your perspective now, and maintain your composure. By achieving this, you have ascended to an emotional state that is rarely attained by most men. Now that she connects you with such emotional depth, her perception of you will shift, distinguishing you from the rest. We shall now proceed to the second question. A query that transcends mere longing. It unveils a lurking peril. What is the most perilous aspect someone has ever stirred within you? This inquiry holds immense potential for impact. A surge of intense feelings. A crucial element that unlocks not just her narrative, but also her innermost motivation. When you pose this question, your intent is not to delve into her history. You are sowing the notion that you may also possess a certain perilous quality. Yet, it possesses an allure that is profoundly compelling. That is precisely what sparks seek. It is neither the one who pleads, nor the one who engages in trivial pursuits, but rather the individual who possesses a quiet yet formidable strength. Because he possesses the ability to connect with emotional depths that remain untouched by others. When you inquire about the most perilous aspect someone has ever stirred within you, her thoughts come to a standstill. For the simple reason that no one has ever posed that question to her. No one has taken the challenge, and that transforms your energy entirely. You have transcended the ordinary existence of man. You are now the catalyst, the trigger of profound, powerful, emotionally laden recollections. She will take a moment to reflect. She will take a deep breath. She may respond with a hint of hesitation, saying something like, I am uncertain if I should share this with you. In that moment, maintain your composure and refrain from applying any pressure on her. Maintain her gaze with a gentle smile and calmly reassure her, it is okay. At times, danger possesses a certain allure. In doing so, you encourage her to delve into the depths of her inner self, by your side. When a woman reveals her darker aspects and finds acceptance without judgment, it fosters a profound emotional intimacy that can become deeply compelling. What is the reason behind this? Because many individuals are often drawn only to her appealing exterior, her radiance, her gentle nature. However, you are entering her wild, untamed domain and conveying, without words, that you are capable of managing it. That fosters a feeling of emotional security intertwined with exhilaration. That blend of security and adventure is what genuinely captivates a woman. Let us analyze the significance of this question. It challenges her to step beyond her familiar boundaries. It compels her to contemplate an unprepared thought, and that reveals her strength, genuine in her essence. She engages with you by embracing uncertainty. Connections forged in emotionally challenging moments often carry a weight of intensity and become etched in memory. She starts to assign you the role of the one who stirs feelings within her. Even if she remains silent, her response reveals the essence of the energy that stirs her spirit, and you stand before her, invoking that feeling. Here is a strategic insight to consider. Following her response, you might consider saying something along the lines of, "Quite intriguing. It seems to me that there may be a deeper truth concealed beneath the surface." You are engaging in multiple tasks simultaneously. You gently provoke her thoughts. Your humor arises from her unease. You evoke a sense of intrigue regarding your persona. She begins to contemplate, what potential might I stir within this man? Is there a shadow within him as well? Something untamed? Is there something he is withholding from me? The quiet game, the unvoiced strain, is what captivates her. Lastly, exercise discretion in the use of this question. Be patient for a moment of understanding, a time when trust is established, where she senses your intentions are genuine, not a game, but a journey of discovery. This may occur amidst a profound dialogue. Following a profound experience, whether it be viewing a significant film, recounting a personal narrative, or simply embracing a lengthy, serene silence. Should you pose this question and then effortlessly shift the conversation, she will continue to ponder it. She will reflect on it repeatedly and unknowingly. She will continue to link you with the feelings you stirred within her. That is the moment you etch yourself into memory. We shall now proceed to the third question. A question that not only calms her thoughts, but also uncovers what she attempts to conceal when emotions begin to stir within her for you. What cues does your body communicate when someone begins to draw your interest, yet you wish to conceal it? This inquiry transcends mere cleverness. It embodies strategic brilliance. What is the reason behind this? It grants you entry into a domain that many men shy away from, the realm of non-verbal communication. When desire remains in the denial phase, you are delving into her subconscious, not merely as an observer, but as a refined instigator. By posing this question, you subtly convey your desire to understand the physical responses that accompany her dishonesty regarding her attraction. That reveals her, yet it does not provoke a sense of being under siege. It creates a sense of being observed, and for many women, that can be profoundly alluring, especially when it emanates from a man who embodies composure and enigma. Upon hearing this question, she is likely to respond with a tentative smile, revealing her inner uncertainty. Perhaps she will avert her eyes, fold her legs, or run her fingers through her hair. Unbeknownst to her, she is already revealing the answers she chooses not to vocalize. However, you will maintain your composure and not respond with impulsive enthusiasm. You will regard her with a composed demeanor and a faint smile, as if you are fully aware that this unease signifies you are progressing in the right direction. This question prompts her to reflect on herself, compelling her to become more aware. As a result, her body grows more present, alert, and responsive with each interaction, even if she attempts to conceal it. Can you perceive the subtlety? The inquiry transcends your personal involvement, yet the response intricately connects you to her method of conveying longing. It is a nuanced endeavor, and you are the one in control. One might wonder, what makes this question so effective? Allow me to clarify. It engages her emotional mind. Discussing body language involves expressing oneself through the body, rather than relying solely on reason. It establishes a sensory bond between her and you. It compels her to reveal hidden fragility. Even if she doesn't explicitly say, "I like you," her honest responses reveal much. They can indicate whether she might feel that way one day, or if she already does, but is concealing it. It establishes you as an observer of emotions, not merely a man who lingers for clear signs, but as an individual capable of interpreting her subtle expressions. And here arrives the cunning turn of events. When she replies with something like, "Well, sometimes I smile more than usual or feel nervous," you respond with, "Interesting. You just did that now," and hold her gaze with a calm and steady demeanor. That disarms her, as it cultivates a moment of subtle tension, infused with unspoken allure, an emotional resonance that can be profound without being overtly sexual. The essential point is to maintain moderation, maintain your composure, refrain from playful antics, and simply observe. Allow her to feel a gentle sense of exposure that she finds pleasurable. This type of interaction leaves a lasting impression, as it conveys desire without words, allowing for understanding without intrusion. This triggers a neurological response, the allure of curiosity driven by dopamine. Above all, recognize that your observations often surpass what you choose to disclose. Consider this advice. Pose this question during a moment of serene connection, avoiding times of chaos or distraction. Choose a setting where the atmosphere invites pauses and allows for meaningful eye contact and observation. Allow her the space to process it. If she realizes that you can perceive her subtle cues, her body will inevitably reveal the truth the next time you meet. We now proceed to question number 4, a query that stirs her instinct for protection and her desire for profound emotional connection. What is your most hidden vulnerability? The one that only a truly discerning individual could uncover. This inquiry transcends mere curiosity. It serves as a profound invitation into deeper understanding, a refined expression of the desire to engage with your emotional landscape while respecting its boundaries. The strength of this question lies in its fusion of two profound elements, vulnerability and exclusivity. You are not inquiring about a mere imperfection. You are seeking a revelation, but not just any revelation, one that she would only share with someone who genuinely makes her feel valued and unique. Should she offer it to you, it signifies that she recognizes you as that individual. It is common for a woman to provide an indirect response. She might express uncertainty, saying something along the lines of, "I am not sure I should say this." And that is where true transformation occurs. Her hesitation is not a rejection. It is a moment of tension, a test of resolve, a game to navigate. One might choose to respond with silence, However, the mind is already envisioning it. That ignites her creative thinking. You grant her influence, yet you retain mastery over the outcome. She perceives you as an individual who cultivates genuine connections effortlessly, encouraging authenticity without imposing expectations. In understanding the psychology of desire, one discovers a potent key to unlocking her thoughts. Should she respond, take the time to examine her reply, as it uncovers the entry points for engagement, the manner in which to communicate, and the type of energy that puts her at ease. We now turn our attention to question number 5, a query that uncovers what genuinely holds her fascination as she begins to lose her grip without even being aware of it. What actions does a man take that evoke a sense of danger, yet simultaneously intensify your desire for him? This inquiry stirs longing from the depths of internal struggle. It targets the precise point where the desire for security meets the allure of the taboo. You are prompting her to reflect on what stirs her emotions, not necessarily what is beneficial for her, but rather what holds sway over her thoughts and feelings. When a woman begins to discuss that type of man, she is delving into her emotional turmoil. By recognizing that archetype, you can gracefully embody its essence while steering clear of detrimental behaviors. For instance, if she expresses, "I find myself drawn to men who are self-sufficient, yet still opt for my presence," you have uncovered a valuable insight. She conveys that a measured distance ignites her longing. By embodying that energy, she will start to connect you with that emotional presence. This inquiry is crucial. It does not aim to induce any sense of danger, but rather to explore her emotional boundaries and navigate right at the threshold. That embodies a strategic approach, captivating the intellect, creating an atmosphere of intrigue, and maintaining emotional engagement while safeguarding your deeper self for the right moment. And if you approach it with wisdom, she will find herself uncertain, caught between feelings of safety and threat. That is precisely why she will carry the memory of you for an extended period. The 6th question aims to challenge her reasoning and subtly guide her to envision scenarios involving you, all without her conscious awareness. What is the most audacious action you would take if anonymity were guaranteed? This inquiry does not seek a humorous anecdote. It is designed to awaken her concealed intellect, the aspect of her that contemplates, imagines, yearns, yet remains unspoken. When you pose this question to her, you are not seeking a revelation. You are allowing her to step outside her own boundaries, even if just for a fleeting moment. This experience fosters a profound sense of emotional freedom within you, as you were the catalyst for opening that door, a door that remains etched in memory. Frequently, the woman will chuckle and remark, "I'm uncertain if I should express this." Excellent. That is the objective. To guide her thoughts, to inspire her imagination, and to position yourself as the one linked to that adventurous idea. It is not essential to provide the complete answer. What truly counts is that you inspired her to envision it. Should you wish to elevate your mindset, consider this. There's no need to vocalize it. Simply begin to contemplate it, for we are already aligned in thought. In doing so, you forge an unseen bond, a quiet agreement. From that moment onward, every interaction between you transforms into a psychological challenge, infused with intensity, shared understanding, and longing. The allure of the forbidden, when presented with grace, possesses an unmatched strength. We shall now proceed to question number 7. A question that uncovers her emotional history and demonstrates her responses as she starts to develop feelings of love. What actions do you take when you find yourself developing feelings for someone, yet you choose to keep it to yourself? This inquiry appears straightforward. yet it wields a profound impact. It strikes at the core, where many women start to feel a loss of control, that pivotal moment when they sense they are on the brink of falling, yet they continue to resist it. The intriguing aspect is that you are not inquiring whether she has developed feelings of love. You inquire about her methods of concealment, her ways of suppression, her acts of denial, even as she feels the fire within her. What makes that so impactful? As she responds, she meticulously reflects on all the moments it has occurred. Should you have ignited even a hint of attraction, her mind will begin to murmur, "I am beginning to feel that way about you." She is compelled to reflect on her own thoughts and feelings, with you serving as the catalyst for this introspection. Should she express that she withdraws or behaves distantly to conceal her feelings, respond with a gentle smile. "I have gained understanding. When you withdraw, it signifies that my influence is beginning to resonate with you." In that instant, you penetrate her thoughts, her feelings, and her reasoning simultaneously. She might dismiss it, she might chuckle in response, yet the truth remains lodged in her mind, impossible to forget. This inquiry plants a seed, a subtle uncertainty that can evolve into an emotional fixation. Now, let us turn to question number 8, which focuses not on her, but rather on the men who have left the most profound impressions. By grasping her response, you position yourself to join their ranks. What impact did a man have on you that still resonates, even in his absence? This inquiry conceals a potent emotional challenge. You are neglecting the present, and even the future remains unaddressed. You are exploring her profound emotional reservoir, the collection of indelible figures from her past. Focus your mind. It's not about the identity of the person, but rather the actions they took. What action, demeanor, or instance left a lasting imprint on her emotional recollection? That provides you with something far more significant than a mere label, a framework, a guide to what truly impacts her. She expressed that he created an impression of exclusivity, despite their limited interactions. You have uncovered a valuable treasure. She conveys her appreciation for a quiet strength, an unobtrusive presence, and a look that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. By projecting that energy, you are cultivating the essence of that memory, uniquely marked by your presence. In this situation, the strategic approach is unmistakably evident. You are guiding her to revisit a significant memory while you are there with her. The mind is unable to differentiate between the act of recalling and the experience of re-experiencing. Thus, you transform into the new perspective of that enduring feeling. Through your actions and presence, you start to carve your essence into her mind. This inquiry also uncovers the type of emotional energy that creates a profound and enduring effect on her. By grasping this concept, you can meticulously shape your actions with exacting clarity. Understand that seduction transcends mere impressiveness. It often lies in the ability to evoke an impact through the authenticity of your own presence. We now proceed to question number 9, a seemingly innocuous inquiry that has the potential to spark an emotional fantasy so powerful that it positions you as her preferred contemplation without her even being aware of it. Have you ever found yourself drawn to someone without grasping the reason behind it? This is a challenging inquiry, one of the most powerful if employed effectively. What is the reason behind this? Because it compels her to confront a truth that defies reason. Unreasonable allure. You inquire whether she has ever experienced feelings of desire, curiosity, attachment, or even obsession, without a discernible cause. Understand that the essence of confession encompasses you, even if it remains unspoken. As she contemplates her response, you observe her calmly, without haste, as if you possess an understanding of her thoughts before she articulates them. If she acknowledges that it has happened to her and expresses her confusion, you might respond with, "Sometimes the inexplicable is the most real," and then embrace the silence that follows. The silence resonates. It persists, and she starts to contemplate, is this unfolding for me, alongside him? This type of inquiry leads to an emotional disruption. What is the reason behind this? It triggers a psychological phenomenon known as cognitive dissonance, where my feelings are at odds with my beliefs. What is our response to that reality? We seek to understand it, attempting to articulate the emotion. In this pursuit, we amplify it. Such is the nature of the mind. Your words do not convey any attraction towards me. Have you ever experienced this for someone like myself? It is often implied, rather than stated outright, when it comes to someone like me. What is implied often lingers in the mind much longer than what is stated outright. Now let us consider the final inquiry. Question 10. The pinnacle of strategy. A question that sows a seed of contemplation she cannot easily dismiss. It encourages her to envision you as an integral part of her existence. What significance would someone hold in your life if they could grasp your thoughts and feelings without the need for explanation? This is not merely a question. It serves as a subtle suggestion, a seed planted directly into her emotional landscape. You are not requesting her to provide you with a space. Rather, you are inviting her to contemplate what space she would allocate to someone like you, without expressing it overtly. You are addressing her fundamental desire for understanding without criticism, for recognition without words, and for acceptance without the need for justification. When a woman perceives that you can provide such support, you transcend the role of merely being a man. You evolve into a sanctuary for her emotions. This kind of inquiry evokes a vivid mental picture. She envisions a moment with you, stripped of facades and barriers, simply existing and finding acceptance. What stands out the most? It was not a request for her imagination. It simply manifested before her. If she responds, such a person is indeed rare to come by. Consider this. It may not be as difficult as you believe. Take a moment. Let that thought linger, brief yet purposeful. At times, the absence of words speaks volumes for the wise planner. This inquiry transcends the realm of logic. Your goal is to instill a lasting feeling, a thought that lingers with her, emerging when she awakens, finds herself in solitude, or recalls that significant conversation with you. Consider the impact of these 10 questions. If even one sparked your contemplation, envision their potential when delivered at the ideal moment, accompanied by the appropriate gaze and inflection. Reflect on the 10 questions presented and share in the comments which one resonated with you the most. Which one do you intend to utilize first? Engage with this if you seek more insights of this nature. Join us to ensure you stay updated with our upcoming videos on psychology, seduction, and emotional strategy. And keep in mind, words can serve as weapons, yet when wielded by a skilled strategist, they transform into gateways. Until we meet again. If these words echo your truth, write this in the comments. I begin my journey. I read everyone, and I walk this path with you. Subscribe, because the stories we've yet to tell are the ones that change us most. What did you think of the video? Be sure to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment to share if you journeyed all the way to the end of the video. Simply utter those words, and I'll understand that this video made a difference for you. Thank you kindly, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more captivating tales like this one. I've set aside a few of our videos that will be quite beneficial for you. They appear before our eyes, alive on the screen.